Hello Captains, this is the Doctor, and today I'm going to continue my part 2 of the Lukari Restoration Initiative Reputation. So today I'm going to continue looking at the Lukari Reputation. I have only recently just finished the entire Lukari Reputation, meaning I have got the final tier 5 of it unlocked. I do not, however, own any of the gear yet from the Lukari Reputation, so I cannot yet test the ground and space gear in the Reputation. However, in the future, once I get all of that gear and test it out, I will make videos about it. But what today's video is going to be about is it's going to be an overview of what you will find inside an fully unlocked Lukari Reputation. So in my last video, you will see that I had unlocked the Reputation, and then I went and looked at those storylines that are unlocked with each tier, and you go listen to those recordings on DS9. I did a whole video about that, so I'll link that in the top right corner. Go check that out before you watch this video, because that's the precursor to this video, and this is now the continuation. So all that I'm going to do here today is I'm going to show you what is inside a fully unlocked Lukari Restoration Initiative Reputation. This way you will know if you want to do all the grinding that's required to unlock all 5 tiers of the Reputation. There might be something in here that interests you, and there might not be. So this will let you know if anything here interests you that you might want to grind for. So let's start with the fully unlocked traits that you get, because obviously as you unlock each tier, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get these passive traits here that are unlocked. You get ground and space traits that become available that you can add to your ground or space traits of your character. So let's go over these. We've got Viral Weapon Overload, which is a when you critically strike an enemy, you additionally disable their weapons, and it can occur once per 30 seconds. So that's cool. That's ground. And then you've got Slippery Target. Gain immunity to control effects for 5 seconds when you are the target of a root, hold, disable, or knock effect. May occur once every 45 seconds. So that's what unlocks under Tier 1. Under Tier 2, you have Viral Engine Overload. When you critically strike an enemy, you additionally take their impulse engines offline and reduce their flight speed and turn rate. So to target, you've got engines offline for 5 seconds, you've got a negative 60% flight speed and turn rate to the enemy. Or you have Evasive Tactics. Gain immunity to control effects for 5 seconds when you are the target of a root, hold, disable, or repel effect. May occur once every 45 seconds. When affected by a root, hold, disable, or repel effect, immunity to control effects. Then, under Tier 3, you get the Piezoelectric Discharge. 10% chance for your weapons to cause an AoE shield drain centered on your primary target. Can occur once per 10 seconds. 10% chance with weapons to target negative 82.5 all shields. And you get Reactive Protomatter Infusion. Gain health and shield regeneration when critically hit. Being critically hit will grant you a large increase to your health and shield regeneration rate for a short time. May occur once every 30 seconds. So when critically hit, you will gain plus 14.3 shield regeneration and a plus 100% hit point regeneration per minute for 15 seconds. Under Tier 4, you get the Piezoelectric Weapon Amplification. 5% chance for your weapons to cause an AoE shield drain centered on your primary target. Can occur once every 10 seconds. So there's one for space and one for ground, basically. And then you get Automated Protomatter Conduits, again similar to the last one, except one's space and one is ground. Gain hull and shield regeneration when critically hit. Being critically hit will grant you a large increase to your hull and shield regeneration rate for a short time. So a shield regeneration and a hull regeneration. And then finally, the Tier 5 unlock is a Piezoelectric Perimeter Snare. It's an area of effect, electrical damage and damage over time, root and run speed debuff. So a piezoelectric perimeter snare creates a patch of volatile electricity at the target, which damages and root foes. Any foes who move into the snare will be slowed. All targets caught in the snare will receive electrical burns, which deals damage over time. All damage from piezoelectric perimeter snare partially ignores shields. Say that 3 times fast. Piezoelectric perimeter snare, piezoelectric perimeter snare, piezoelectric perimeter snare. Kind of difficult. Creates a bioelectric perimeter snare for 10 seconds, 204.1 electrical damage, 50% shield penetration. Roots target, minus run speed. Target is afflicted with electrical burns. Does electrical damage, 10% chance to expose. So this is a ground effect. Now this one I can equip on my character. In fact, I will go ahead and do it, and maybe we'll try it out in this video as well. Let's go to active reputation traits. Let's take off concussion tachyon, and let's add the piezoelectric perimeter. There we go. So now it's part of my active reputation, piezoelectric perimeter snare, and I should be able to go hit P here and add the icon for it. Let's see. Where are you? Here you are. Okay, so here's the button right here. I'll leave it there so we can easily find it. Piezoelectric perimeter snare. So we will go activate this. I will find something on the ground that I can do real quick, and at the end of this video, and we'll test this active reputation power out for the first time. I've never used it myself, so it'll be interesting to see how that works. Alright, let's get back to the reputation. Alright, so those are all the traits that unlock all the way up to tier 5. You can determine for yourself if anything there is of value to you, or if you will find any of that stuff useful. Let's look at the store. Let's see what has unlocked in the store itself, what type of weaponry we get this time. So it looks like everything is going to be Piezo Polaron. So that's basically electrical damage Polaron weaponry, or Polaron weaponry with electrical damage, or Protomatter. Protomatter or radiation? I guess electrical would be similar to radiation anyway. Alright, well we'll look at all of them in just a second. We've got high density rifles, split beam, sniper rifles, stun pistols, dual pistols, wide beam, compression, full autos, pulse wave. We've got torpedoes even, Piezo Photon torpedoes, beam arrays, Piezo Polaron beam arrays. We've got dual beam banks. We have cannons, Piezo Polaron cannons, dual heavy cannons, and turrets. So Polaron damage is the name of the game for this reputation here in the store. So let's see. Piezo Polaron weapons have a chance to infuse the user with regenerative protomatter properties, restoring health over a period of time. Okay, so it's not electrical damage. I thought Piezo was going to mean that it was going to be electrical. I was wrong. This is basically a buff to yourself. These weapons provide restorative protomatter energy that will provide health over a period of time, restoring your health over a period of time. So I guess that's going to be true for every single weapon, and then I'm going to guess that for the ship weapons, maybe that's a hull increase. Piezo Polaron weapons have a chance to infuse their user with regenerative protomatter properties, restoring health over a period of time. Health would probably be your hull strength. I'm going to guess it translates to hull strength on a ship. So that's what's unique about the Piezo stuff. It's going to restore your health, regenerate your health. Otherwise, these are basically the same as every other store weapons you get in terms of modifiers. You know, you've got crit H, you got crit D, you've got .3, you got damage, you got kickback. So the normal type of modifiers, nothing crazy on modifiers here. And these specific weapons, they just cost dilithium, but they're not part of a set. So I don't think it's required for any type of, you know, gear set. These are just separate weapons you can have if you want to keep thematic with Piezo Polaron weaponry. This gives you something a little different here. So that's pretty much what you're going to get in the store is this Piezo Polaron energy type. Okay, now let's look at what we get in terms of gear we can actually buy from the Reputation once it's fully leveled up. Let's start with the space gear, since we were talking about space here. Alright, we've got the Piezoelectric Focuser Universal Console. So this is definitely going to be part of a set, and that set is called the Lukari Restoration Initiative Armaments. So this is a console that, what does this do? There we go. Plus 33.8% Polaron damage. So definitely, if you are going to be firing Polaron weapons, energy type weapons of any type, piezoelectric or other Polaron weaponry, because there are other types of Polaron weapons in this game, this console will be extremely beneficial to you because it's a universal console, so you can put it in like a science slot, a science console slot, but yet still boost Polaron damage. So you use all your tactical slots to boost Polaron damage, and then you add this in a science slot or engineering slot to further enhance Polaron damage and get even more Polaron damage going. So basically, if you've got a Polaron damage build, you want to come here to the Lukari Restoration Initiative, and you definitely want to tier up to the tier that lets you get this console, and it is tier 1. This is a tier 1 equipment, so you really only need to get tier 1 of the Lukari Restoration Initiative in order to get this this console right here. Now my numbers are a little bit higher because it's showing as a Mark 13, and the reason why it's showing as Mark 13 is because I have a temporal agent who has the reputations all maxed out, and by doing that you get this little bonus on all your characters where the default level of reputation gear is now Mark 13 instead of Mark 12 or whatever. So that's why my mark is a little bit higher on these, and so therefore the numbers are a little bit higher. But these things, of course, can be upgraded to Mark 14 Epic, so it can be taken even higher than what is being shown right here. So first of all, you will want this console if you got a Polaron build. Also, if you're going with the Piezo Polaron stuff from this reputation, you will want this console. In addition, you're also going to get a flight turn rate buff, and you're going to get a maximum shield capacity buff. So this could be a very good console on a cruiser, for example, which is a little slower, a slower ship that turns slower or moves slower or needs to tank a little more with that shield capacity and is also doing Polaron damage. This console would fit really well there. For my particular build that I'm using on my science character, it doesn't quite fit because I'm not using Polaron damage. However, I still will be testing this whole set. Now, to get the Restoration Initiative armaments, you need the Photon Torpedo, an energy weapon, and this console. And you get the energy weapon in here as well. Now, you also still need 2 of these Protomatter micro-containers, which means you will have to play a Lukari STF on Advanced in order to get some of these containers here. So that is required. Alright, so for the energy weapon, you can get the advanced Piezo Polaron dual cannons, or you could go with the beam array. You don't need both, you just need one of those, and that will complete, that will add into that set there. So with the cannons here, it's 388 Polaron damage, 466 DPS. It has 5% chance to apply that Protomatter regenerative influx to self, and to nearby allies. It didn't say that before. So this one here, this one here from the Reputation, this also helps allies as well, their ally health. It gives shield regeneration for 10 seconds and regenerates 150% of max hull per minute for 10 seconds. So that's what these weapons do. And a plus 80% critical severity. That is a huge critical severity buff right there. Huge, huge, huge. Or you have the beam array, and 405 Polaron damage, 324 DPS on my current build. Again, that plus 80% critical severity looks really nice. So that's cool. You've got the Piezo Photon Torpedo. You do have to have this if you want the whole Initiative Armaments set to get all 3 bonuses. So this one does 608 DPS. Again, it has the Piezoelectric shield flux. So this one's a little different. To enemies within 2.5 kilometers of target, negative 20% shield hardness, and negative shields. So this one debuffs the enemy, which is interesting. So that's what this Torpedo does. It also prevents the Zenkethi from creating warp core hazards when they die for 10 seconds on a hit. And it also has an 8 plus 8% critical chance. Again, you'll need this anyway if you're going to get the whole Initiative Armaments set. Then we have the Deflector. So there is a Deflector Impulse Engine shield set as well. That set is totally different from the Armaments set. This set is called the Restoration Initiative Starship Technologies. And as you can see, there are 4. There's a set 2, set 3, and set 4 bonus here. We got Rapid Restoration Technologies and Supercharged Shield Emitters and Enhanced Point Jump. So this has even more things, more bonuses here with this set. So this Deflector here does radiation damage resistance. Starship Hull Restoration improves hull healing. Starship Shield Restoration improves shield healing. You've got Starship Drain Expertise, improves energy and shield drains and resistance. And then Scientific Readiness, improves Science Bridge Officer cooldowns. So they mean for this to blend in really well with a science ship, I'm guessing. The Impulse Engine, also part of the set. You've got a plus 18.8 kinetic damage resistance rating, a flight speed. Combat impulse engines are faster than other engines while at low engine power. All impulse engines increase their power speed and turn rate while your engine power with your engine power level. You've got a plus 16.8 flight turn rate. You've got reactive engine technologies when taking more than 25% of max hull within 5 seconds, plus 200% flight speed and plus 200% turn rate. All powered engines. So that's that. You've got a Restoration Initiative Reinforced Warp Core. So let's see what this one does. This is bonus. This is additional shield power, additional auxiliary power, maximum shield power, maximum auxiliary power. Add 7.5% of your auxiliary power to your shield power. Starship Hull Restoration. It does have amp. And teleport to self-teleport approximately 4 kilometers in front of your targets. Okay. So that's what the warp core does. Very shield and auxiliary orientated on that warp core. Probably also very good for a science ship. And then we have a restoration or regenerative shield. So this is not covariant. This is not the other kind. This is a regenerative shield. Don't see that a lot, but it still has a pretty good maximum shield capacity, 9511. 29.5 shield regeneration every 6 seconds. Reduces all damage to shields by 10% and reduces Tetrion damage by 20%. So more Tetrion damage resistance than anything. The all energy damage resistance only 10%. That's not a lot. Applies regenerative shield overflow to self and allies within 2.5 kilometers once every 6 seconds. Range modified by supercharged shield emitters. So some kind of ability it has there. It's not showing me the actual shield regeneration number because I don't have it equipped and I'm not in space. So that's the whole space set you get here. Again, I have no idea how it all works or how well it works in space or on a science character because I haven't used it yet, but in the future I will be using it, and I will get it all and I will test it out for you guys, and I will make a video on it once I get a complete ship build with it. And I'll probably end up using this on the Lukari ship to test it out with. That'll probably be the best meld of technologies. Put it on the Lukari ship with the Lukari gear and test it out that way. That should really test things out. Alright, now let's look at the ground gear you get. You get a Lukari Proto Restorative Combat Armor. So there is a full ground set here. And it's called the Lukari Restoration Initiative Operative Set. And it's got a 2 and 3 piece bonus, Advanced Support Methodology, and Lukari Proto Energy Master. So it does physical damage resistance, kinetic damage, energy damage resistance, tetrion damage resistance, radiation damage resistance, maximum hit points, a health regeneration, a root resistance, a knock resistance, and a shield regeneration as well. So not a terrible armor right there, and I wonder, you know, of course, what the other modifiers would be, because as you take it to Epic, it'll gain some modifiers as well, at least one more modifier. So that is upgradable, of course, and can have more features. You also get the Proto-Reactive Personal Shield, root resistance rating, knockback resistance, maximum shield capacity. When taking damage while your shields are below 25%, your shield generates a Protomatter coalescence to self and allies within 3 meters, a 7.8 shield regeneration per second for 10 seconds, and a 50% hit point regeneration per minute for 10 seconds. It also reduces all energy damage to shields by 10% and reduces tetrion damage to shields by 20%. And I don't know why that's repeated there. You also get the Piezoelectric wrist apparatus. So a weapon, it looks like. This does do electrical damage for sure. To target, 68.5 electrical damage, 97.9 DPS, plus 25% damage to electronic targets. 66% chance to chain to nearby target. 33% chance to chain an additional time to another nearby target, so it's a chaining effect. 5% chance to apply Protomatter regenerative influx, which gives you a shield and hit point regeneration, and it has a 2% critical chance and a 20% critical severity. Then it's got an electrical AoE damage as well. I would really like to see how this weapon performs. Can't wait to try that. In fact, I might be able to afford it now, but I think I'll wait till I can get the whole set together. We also get a module, and I guess this is going to depend on what career you are. This is the Science Kit module, Piezoelectric Lattice. So it says it's an area of effect, electrical damage over time, root and chance for weapon malfunction. 45.2 electrical damage per second for 10 seconds, 50% shield penetration. Root target, weapons malfunction, there's 33% chance of that. So some kind of, I wonder what that looks like actually. Again, that's just another thing I'll have to wait till I can get and try it out. Actually, I might be able to try this one now because it's just it's not part of, it doesn't require Protomatter containers, so it won't use those up. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and select this, and I think I can go ahead and get that now. It's 250, but yeah, I'm going to do it because eventually I'm going to want it anyway. And what I will do, folks, is I will we'll test this and this ability at the end here. So we will try both of those things out and see how they work. Since I am a science career, that will be quite nice. Alright, so that was all of the space and all of the ground gear. Of course, there's the continued Lukari restoration support, which you can do. And you can, of course, get yourself a sponsorship for other characters so they can go through this reputation faster, which I will definitely be doing as well. And that is pretty much what's in the Lukari Restoration Initiative. So I, again, have not used all of the gear in it, so I don't know how well it's going to work, but I am interested to test this out, and then when this thing's finished here, I will add this to my kit, and we will take a look at that. Right now, I am using the Lukari ship, but I have the temporal stuff on it. I have all of the temporal defense initiative reputation stuff on it, and it's actually quite nice with the temporal stuff. But I am looking forward to trying it with the Lukari stuff and seeing how all that's going to work. So all that will come in time. I do plan to do a video on that. Now, what can we do on the ground real quick that can test out these abilities? I don't know if we can go to Kobali anymore. Remember that, didn't they just reorganize that in Season 13 now? So you can't really go to Kobali and do what you used to do. I'm not sure how it works now. Yeah, now you have these new Kobali crises. Breaking. Okay, so they've moved the things, the missions you used to do onto Kobali into.
We can't stop.
Into these crisis acts. I don't know if that means you can still go to Kobali and, you know, just go there and do stuff anymore. But I'm going to try that in this video, so we'll find out together. Because I used to use it as a testing ground for my equipment. Even though it defaults to level 50, I think, instead of 60, it's still a good testing ground for equipment, because I just like to see how it works. Let's go to, where am I looking? I want to replace something. Let's replace this real quick. And we will put this here. And it is called the Piezoelectric lattice. So, did it put an icon in here? Let's see. Maybe not. Okay, let's go. Nope, it did. It's right here. Piezoelectric lattice. Okay, so we got this one, which is the module from the Restoration Initiative, Lukari. And then we have this one, which is from the traits that unlocked. This is the active ground trait. So let's go try them out. How about that? We can at least do that and see what those two things are like and if they're worth it. Now, I do not have the Lukari Restoration Initiative opened up or unlocked on any other career type at this point. So I cannot test the engineering or tactical ones right now, but in the future I will be able to. So let's see if we can go to Kobali and just go down and see what these things do real quick. Making a tight turn. There we go, on our way to Kobali. Hopefully we can still go down and just test things out on people. Let's see how this works. Yeah, we can still beam down to the planet, so that's a good thing. And I'm guessing we'll be able to come out here and just start attacking people like we used to be able to. Now, I am only level 51 when I'm on this planet, so it does downgrade you from level 60 to 51. So the actual DPS numbers that show up down here are not as great as they used to be, simply because I am now on level 51. But we can still see how the weapon works, at least. Well, hopefully there's Kobali out here. I mean, not Kobali, but you know what I mean, Vadwar. There's a group there fighting. I don't want to mess them up. I don't want to get in the way of whatever gameplay they're doing. Let's go over to this group, maybe. Okay, let's try the reputation thing first. Oh, cool. It's like a ring of electrical damage. Look at that. It's like a ring of electrical damage, and it totally killed him, too. That was pretty cool. It worked well. Alright, on these guys here, let's try the console. I mean, the module. Whoa, look at that. That was really cool. Didn't affect that guy so much, but it did affect that guy. That was really cool. Alright, let's, oh man, that's got a 4-minute cooldown. Holy monkey butt. This one cools down real fast. But this one has a really long cooldown. I don't like that. Stop shooting me in the back. I want to find a large group of them together. Like these guys over here. Here we go. Okay, now I got them all. Check that out, guys. And that did do disable weapons on them. Yeah. That was really nice. I liked that. Okay, that's a really cool... I'm keeping this ability equipped right here. I might replace it with my Kliegats. Because the Kliegat used to be good, but the Kliegat is not good anymore. They nerfed it, and now the Kliegat doesn't crit every time anymore. I'm going to take my Kliegat off. Put this back on, so we'll have that. Let's see... Where is... Sorry, I was looking for my thing here. Oh, it's already on there. I don't want it there. Let's put this here. We'll put this back. We'll put this here. And then we'll put that other thing back there. What was this? Phasic Shroud. I'm gonna move it. Well, we'll put it right here. Okay, there we go. Just kind of organizing my stuff, figuring out where I want it. This thing, I guess we'll keep it too for now. That would be a player. So this is pretty cool then. Totally does the totally does weapon malfunction, which is really nice. Yeah, alright. I'm just waiting for this thing to cool down because I want to try it again. But let's go use this again. That, check that out, guys. Totally awesome. And then they're dead. And then they're dead. I want to wait. I'm not going to leave till I can try this one out. Yep, I will be using that a lot. I will be using that a lot. Piezoelectric lattice. Who knew? Who knew? Let's find a big group so I can use this thing on them. I want to find a really big group and get them all in this circular thing. There's a good group right there. But it's not cooled down yet. So give it 30 seconds and we're going to come back and take care of them. Also, guys, I want you on passive. Where's passive? Passive mode. Thank you. Okay. We're just going to wait. We're going to wait and we're going to get all of them in this thing. I wonder if scientific aptitude buffs it. Not sure. Not sure really what would buff it. I'll have to go testing all that stuff later. Here we go, guys. I will do a tricorder scan and then bam. Oh, that is so cool. It killed him. It killed him. I didn't even have to shoot him. I didn't even have to fire on him once. And it killed him dead. Well, there you go, folks. Piezoelectric perimeter snare for the win. And Piezoelectric lattice for the win. I like both of these abilities. I wish the cooldown was less than 4 minutes. That's going to be annoying. But at least this one has a really short cooldown, so I can use it a lot. That is so nice. I like it.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Alright, well there you go. That is some testing on the Lukari module, science module you can get, and the active reputation. I find those both very useful. I'm interested to see and try out the engineering and the tactical one. Of course, I can't do that yet because I don't have those unlocked on any other career at the moment. But once I do, I will test those out as well. Like I said, I will be making future video on the Lukari initiative, the whole thing, once I get all the gear to test out. I'll be making a complete space build on it, and I'll be making a complete ground build on it, and I will try it all out for testing, and we'll see how it all works then. But so far, I have to say I like the reputation active power, and I like the science module that it comes with. Those, I'm going to keep those. I am honestly going to keep those on here now. They're in their proper position. This build right here is going to stay like it is for right now. I like those two abilities. They get an A+, thumbs up in my book. Alright. Well, that's what I got, folks, on the Lukari Restoration. It's hard to remember what it's called. Lukari Restoration Initiative Reputation. It's a mouthful. And now that it's unlocked and we've looked at it all, you can decide for yourself if that's a reputation you want to put your resources into to grind for an unlock and get all those pieces and stuff on. And if you yourself do use it already on space or ground, please drop a comment in the comments and let us all know how good it is or how bad it is. What is it good at and what is it not good at? Very interested to hear that feedback. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you have a good day. Thank you, and stay tuned for the next one.